Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 6, Can't Buy Me Love. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. And to the members of Auntie's Advice, thank you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed me today out there in those streets. In our members only get together today. Okay, y'all see I done kind of cleaned up a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat lot too. Thank you, boom. If I had to rate last night's episode of 90 Day Fiancé, I would actually rate it a B. I thought that it was very interesting. It was funny, and just to see our girl Rosemary go to hell off was just good enough for my ass. Okay, so let's get into this episode. The first couple that I would like to talk about is Joffrey and Varya. Now, my daughter pointed out today that on Pillow Talk, they have not been featuring him. So, although they were not able to cut him out of the season, okay, because they had already invested time and money in this mofo, they have taken away or at least edited some of Pillow Talk. And I noticed that today that they did not go over any of his scenes when my daughter pointed it out. So, for all of those people who have been protesting that it does appear that TLC has been listening to you, the viewer, and making adjustments where they can. So let's get into him. This mofo, okay, had already been suspected Varya of not being honest with him and possibly using him for the green card, right? So, I like being upfront like this, just upfront and personal. So let me push this back just a little bit, okay? So we can talk for a while. All right, we ain't got nothing else to do. Okay. So, um, he had already been suspecting this girl, okay, because he had went to her apartment. They left the hotel, and he went to her apartment, and he found that her apartment was still under construction, that she only had a sofa there, and this is what she slept on morning, noon, and night, okay. So he had been suspecting this woman. Now we all know here that this mofo has a couple of allegations and a couple of records and a couple of other things that's going on with him. So we already know that he probably can spaz out at any given minute. All right. So, she decides that, she is tired of arguing with him. She realizes that, he got up in the morning. He was like, you need to put some curtains or some blinds on your window because the sun is coming out, bitch, early, at 4 o'clock in the morning. So he didn't sleep that well. So she was like, I want to take him somewhere that he's familiar with, okay, the neck of the woods, all right? So that, I can cheer him up and everything. So they're out there walking and everything, and they're out there in the woods, and they get across this very scenic bridge, and he wants to have the conversation with her about the shenanigans that has been going on, all right. And so he said, I'm just a little, she said, are you all right? He was like, no, I ain't okay. And she was like, okay, well, why you ain't okay? And so he was like, because I'm just wondering whether or not you trying to use me, to get here, to come to America, and she was like, no, I'm not trying to use you. So he was like, well, you had made a comment about, this being an opportunity and everything like that. And so, it led me to believe and made me feel like, there was some other men that you had been talking to and everything, and that I was the opportunity for you to come to America and get your green card. And so she was like, no, what I had said was that it is an opportunity, and plus I got you. And he was like, okay, basically you confirming what I've already said. And she was like, well, I don't like the way you talking to me. So he was like, I'm gonna talk to you any kind of way I want to, basically, because I just feel like, you trying to use me, you trying to take me for bad, and you want me to, supply your green card. So, she was like, look, let me tell you like this little story and everything. There was this man, he had shot an arrow out, to try to find a love, and the arrow landed on the frog, and he was disappointed because it landed on the frog because the frog wasn't a princess. But come to find out that the frog really was a princess, and then the frog kissed him, and then she became a good wife. And so what I want you to do is believe in the arrows, bitch, that you shoot now. So go. So Jeffrey goes for this hook, line, and sinker, and says, I'm gonna go ahead on and trust, homegirl and everything. Hold on, y'all. Had to make some adjustments over here. So, Jeffrey goes for a hook, line, and sinker. And he's like, oh, okay, well, basically, maybe she's telling me the truth and everything. But I'm going to go ahead on and keep my third eye because, we know he got, all kinds of eyes, behind his head, on the side of his head. He just got a whole bunch of stuff going on. And so, basically, he still, doesn't believe her. So he asked her straight out, have you dated any other American men? And she was like, no, dude, I ain't dating no other American men. What are you talking about? You the only one, boo. But what he said to us was, basically she had hit him up on, the social media platform that they met each other and everything. He didn't hit her up. So, he, has become very suspicious. But he was like, I'm going to go ahead on with the game and everything. And I'll play this off and I'm going to act like, everything copacetic. I'm going to go and meet her friends. So she was like, all right, well, come on, we're going to go and meet my friends. She was a little nervous about it because she knew that his friends was going to possibly, drag her ass and everything. So, drag his ass. So, he was like, she was a little skeptical about, a little fearful because she didn't know how they was going to carry it and everything because, they probably been talking about the mofo the whole entire time. So they get there, to the restaurant and everything. And he comes in there. She introduces him to her friends. She got 3 of her girlfriends and 1 of her guy friends. And so they had the one little girlfriend at the table, so they was like, she didn't want to be speaking the English and everything. She was like, no, I just know a little bit, girl. I don't know a whole bunch of English, you know what I'm saying? But bitch, I got some questions. Bitch, I got some questions. You ready? I got some stuff I want to ask you ass. Now, just a few minutes ago, you said that you didn't know a lot of English. You know what I'm saying? We was going to be, relying on you to, interpret everything. But, you said that, no, don't rely on my ass to interpret nothing. Now, all of a sudden, you want to try to get the tea and everything. And now you know perfectly what, girl, bye. So, anyway, he was like, all right. So, they was like, everybody was sitting around the table like, who gonna be the first one to say something and everything. So, the boyfriend was like, yeah, so, how was your flight? So, she was like, how was your flight? And so, he was like, it was long. It was long. So, the girlfriend that, the one that said that she didn't know English, but yet knew English and spoke English very well, was like, all right, well, let's go ahead on and start asking these damn questions and everything. We ain't got time to be sitting up in here BSing with these cameras and everything. We ain't got time for the BS with the cameras. So, basically, girlfriend started asking him about his relationship and what kind of relationship was he in and everything. And he was like, I was in a past relationship, the marriage didn't work out. So she was like, okay, so what happened after you was married? And so he was like, well, after I was married, I was in a couple of relationships, but, they weren't serious. I was just dating here and thither and, everywhere and, beating people's asses and all that kind of stuff, blacking people's eyes and putting people out the house and, dragging mofos up and down the street. I was doing stuff like that, but, I don't feel like I need to be sitting here getting interrogated. It should be just enough that I came over here to visit your girlfriend. So the other girlfriend was like, okay, and what? And what? Okay, so she laughed it off and everything, but we all know that every smiling face ain't no joke, okay? So basically, they was, ragging on him and everything and asking him different questions about, who he was and what he was up to and all of that kind of foolishness. So, of course, this mofo, right, y'all, And so he is hostile at this point. But he's trying to keep it together, like he trying to hold it together. Because he doesn't feel like he needs to be interrogated. He feels like he's in an interrogation room because he's very familiar with being interrogated. Allegedly. And so, of course, the one girlfriend was like, well, trust is the most valuable thing. You have to be able to trust one another. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. And so, she was like, like Vara, for instance. She was dating another American man. They were in a very serious relationship. And I'm sure that Varya has told you, about that. Is that not correct, Varya? Didn't you tell him about the other guy that you was in a long-term relationship with, that was from America? And so Varya was like, he was like, what did they say? Did they say something important? She was like, no, hell no. She didn't say nothing appointment. So the girlfriend said, look, bitch, I'm telling you right now, I don't know English, but I'm about to try my hand. Varya, man, America, dating, seeing, man, long time, she said, fuck it, I'm trying it. So he was like, wait a minute, what the hell did she say? She was like, well, bitch, what she said was, did I mention to you, about me being in a relationship, with another American? And, she told us, basically in her confessional, she felt like she didn't have to tell a mofo that because it won't no big deal. Oh, it was a big deal to him. Because, see, he had flat out came out and already asked your ass. So, like I told y'all last week, I know he's a mofo, right? But I'm telling you, this mofo, Jeffrey, whatever his name is, bitch, he's in danger. He was like, so this is the point that I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you being in a relationship. This is why, okay, this right here prove my damn point. You trying to get a green card out of me. You understand? She was like, bitch, pipe down, calm down. You ain't got to be all excited. He was like, no, you straight up lied. You straight up lied. You lied to me. And so, she trying to be calm and everything. All her friends, they was giggling. He was like, y'all bitches think this funny? Do y'all bitches think this is funny? This not funny. Next thing you know, he was up like... he was up out that seat, okay? And everybody was like, okay, wait, what? This mofo was about to back smack everybody at the table. Do you hear me? Like, playtime was over for them bitches. He was like, yo, what y'all not going to do is sit up here and laugh at me and make fun of this situation right here. So he got up and walked outside, and the bitch was crying. He was so mad. Now, I don't think he was crying because he was hurt. He was crying because he had finally got gagged, bitch. He finally had somebody to treat him as poorly as he has treated, allegedly, the other women in his lives and his past relationships, those relationships that he does not want to talk about. This girl is nonchalant. Her girlfriends came out and threw all the stuff out on the table, okay? They put all the cards on the table, bitch, okay? And so now, here it is. They all cold busted, can't be trusted, and he's sitting up there pissed off, mad. Outside, talk about he should have known better. He gagged his own damn self. But I tell you what, like I always say, come and know your address, boo. And when she get to knocking, let me tell you something. It's going to be like an Amazon package, bitch. It's going to be left on the porch. All right? So... basically, he is getting gagged. He is upset. He's crying. And I don't know where this relationship is going to go after this. But let me tell you something. I'm here for seeing it. Like I said, this mofo was completely in danger, bitch. And if you don't think that he's in danger with this daggone woman, okay, Varya is time enough for him. He had already said, if the relationship doesn't work out between the two of us, what are you going to do? You're going to go with another American? You're going to just go to another American? That's exactly what the hell she's going to do. Okay, she's going to go with another American. The next person that I want to talk about is Yolanda with her lying ass. We see Yolanda walking down the street, legs rubbing and knees knocking like a I said, baby, they don't need to do no full body camera shot on your ass when your knees is knocking like that and your legs is rubbing. I said, good God Almighty. I don't know if them jeans used to be black, bitch, and they turned gray from them rubbing together, but them bitches was rubbing together. I didn't know whether or not she was trying to teach the Girl Scouts how to start a fire. Nah, bitch. I said, God damn, Yolanda, come on now, girl, get that daggone rubbing. That girl got to twitch it and everything, twitched her ass down on them steps and pulled that phone out and was like, basically William had lied to me. I don't know what happened, but Williams, 1 minute I was talking to him on Instagram. The next thing I know, his channel got shut, his Instagram got shut down. But William said he don't know how the hell it happened. He just woke up in the morning, bitch, and his old Instagram was gone, but yet and still the name was only changed and the rest of the stuff. She said every picture of my black ass was gone off off his Instagram, and I don't know how the hell, and he don't know how the hell, but he still texted me on Instagram. He said that he gonna try to get his page back and some more stuff. Girl, he lying like I don't know what Yolanda knows he is. So we see Yolanda go out with her girlfriend because she's like, I'm gonna still go over there and see him, and basically I want to have me something sexy to wear. My whole thing is this, boo, just get you a bra that's gonna lift up your breast. That's all I'm saying. Them joints is flat as pancakes. I don't know if she got a sports bra on. I really don't understand what the hell's going on with her, but she's just looking a hot ass 1977 mess. Okay, I don't like Yolanda, get it together, boo. But anyway, so Yolanda is in the thrift store, okay, because that's exactly what it looked like to me. Now I don't know if it was a department store, boo, wootsy wootsy, or hotsy totsy, or whatever the hell the name of the store was, but it must be, one of them stores that got patches between the legs, okay. But anyway, she in there lying to her girlfriend. Her girlfriend, goes through the same old thing and just says, basically, I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I just really think that, something is wrong and it's a missing. Girl, you just like my daughter. You thinking the same way my daughter thinking, girl. I mean, but I got to go out there because I love him. I've been talking to him for the last 7 months on Instagram. I ain't never Skyped with him. I ain't never seen him. I've seen pictures of him. But, I really don't know this mofo, but I love him nonetheless. And so I'm going to go over there and try. Girl, bye. The next couple I want to talk about is Stephanie and Erica. Stephanie, as we all know, is a YouTuber who has not came out to her family that she is bisexual. She has an autoimmune disease, and she is flying across the world to Australia to go and meet her girlfriend, Erica, who is one of those little ditzy, little cutesy little girls who's just, flies by the seat of her pants and lives her life out to the fullest as a photographer, bitch. She's out there with her girlfriends in the middle of a desert. Sitting on chairs, okay, like they are straight up at a Garth Brooks concert. All right. She says that they live in a very small town. It's boring. They don't have a damn thing to do, so all they do is meet in different dry lands, okay, so they could just sit amongst the tumbleweed and talk to one another. So she's basically telling her girlfriends that she's excited about Stephanie coming and everything, and that Stephanie, she had been dating her. She had known her for a year and had only really started getting serious with her within the last 4 months of their relationship. She says that she hasn't come out to her family either about her sexuality, and that she's bisexual. She said that even though same-sex marriage has been legalized in Australia, there's still people who don't agree with it and everything. And so she feels like, once she comes out, she's going to have to move out of her parents' house and have a place. So she said right now, the two of them are going to be staying in a hotel until she comes out and Stephanie comes out. Now, what I don't understand is why both of these women, okay, have hidden this from their families. Just already, come on now. Why would you allow a show to come out for you to Why would you allow your family to find out after you filmed the show and you've got, you're public with everybody else about the situation, but in private you can't disclose that, hey, I am bisexual. I like both males and females. And like, I don't understand the plot to this, but okay, I digress. So we see Stephanie, flying across. She changes her clothes, and she has this little yellow dress on and everything. And she's concerned about whether or not she smells good or not, and whether or not, Erica's going to like her. These two women are totally opposite from one another. And oftentimes they say that opposites attract, but I don't know whether or not they are one of those couples that are going to be successful being opposite, because this girl has an autoimmune disease and Erica is just living everywhere, bitch, under any bridge, toll bridge. She's out there with the kangaroos, and a lot of her life she is not going to be able to share with her because she has these issues. And I think that that's my main concern. Not the fact that they are same sex, but just the fact that she may not be able to enjoy the things that Erica is able to enjoy, and she may really get bored with her. So we see her coming down the escalator, and Erica is standing there, with her Valentine's Day dress on, and just looking sparkly and cute. She looked like something that you could just pick up and put in your pocketbook, bitch, and take to your niece, your 5-year-old niece, okay? But she's cute nonetheless. And so, I'm just like, okay, they're a cute little couple. They smiling at each other. She takes her mask off. Stephanie takes her mask off because she wants her to see her face. And she's like, I want to kiss her, but I don't want to kiss her. But from my understanding, she has a YouTube channel where she talks about, sex very openly and stuff like that. But then yet and still, when she gets with Erica, she is, she clams up and not really trusting that Erica is as attracted to her as she is with her. And she even makes that comment, when the two of them meet and, whatever. And they just boring. They boring. But, you try to make the best out of a bad situation, bitch. Okay, because I'm trying to make the best out of a bad situation with these two. For me, they are boring. But you know what? I know that there are other people who probably like this little couple. And I'm not saying I don't like them, bitch. I'm just saying they boring. So the next couple, the next person that I want to talk about is Dave, y'all. If Dave ain't something walking up out of a Shaft movie, bitch, I don't know what he is. They're like, this mofo look like an old John Travolta movie. Like, are y'all seeing it? This bitch is dating somebody, has been dating a woman online for 10 years. And this is his fourth time going to see this woman who has lied to him 3 different times and given him 3 different sad love songs, okay, as to why she did not show up the first time. So we see this mofo going into a jeweler, all right? The jeweler looked like a pawn shop, okay? He said, show me where the wedding rings are. They showed him where the wedding rings were, but I swear that bitch was in a damn pawn shop. And so he walks in there and everything, and he says that he wants to find a ring. So the guy was like, all right, then, let's go ahead on and do. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Vanessa. I think that's it, Vanessa. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Thank you, boo. So, he walks, into the pawn shop, and, he tells him he wants a ring. So the guy started looking. He said, but I want a ring that ain't a diamond. So the dude was like, what? What? What the fuck you just say? He said, I want a ring that ain't a diamond. He said, who comes into a shop like this and looks for a ring, bitch, that's not a diamond? He said, well, I want a cubic zirconia because it shines bright. So I guess, Rihanna was wrong all that time when, she was singing, shine bright like a diamond. I guess she was just wrong, all right? So the dude was like, skirt. I mean, you could have went to any little store. You could have ordered that bitch off Amazon.com. You did not have to wait until you came. You didn't have to come in here and make a special trip just to get, I was keeping Sakota ring, but let me go ahead on and see what the hell I got here so I can oblige your ass, right? So, they start looking at a ring, and he finds a ring and everything. And the dude was like, is this going to suffice for you? He said, yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead on and ring it on up. So the next thing we know, we see him, over at the animal shelter, okay, which is actually called his home. This bitch got cats going here and there. They on all kinds of cat stands, and they got cat scratch boards, and just he kissing all on them, rubbing all on them. I just was like, oh no. Okay, so This mofo is a cat lover. I don't know who's going to be keeping his cats while he's leaving. I guess maybe the same friend that came over there to pick his ass up. I don't know. But it's a whole bunch of cats in there. And I'm just like, he a nasty mofo. So we see him putting his luggage together. He got all these psychedelic type clothes, just tie-dye this and tie-dye that. And so, he's like, it's just amazing, what you have to do. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who was that? Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Thank you, Amy. You welcome, boo. Thank you. So, basically, he's like, I'm a, I'm packing up my little stuff. So he was like, putting his little shirts in there, check. He says, got my GPS, check. I'm like, GPS? Wait a minute, did he say GPS? He said GPS. So he said, I got my body lotion, got my oil. I got my oil. I got my massage oil because I'm a professional with the massage oil. Wait a minute, come again? You a what did you know? You a professional? You a pro? Like, what do you mean by that? Bitch, you just said that you ain't dated somebody, anybody, everybody, in how many years now, bitch? And you talking about you a professional with the massage oil, bitch? So you just gonna come out and just let it all just hang out like that? I mean, you just gonna tell everybody what you're doing with the massage oil? I mean, and I'm saying, as long as it's been since you've been dating her 10 years, in the massage oil bad? I mean, I just like, this is gross. He's gross. He's just acting like a perv, a straight perv. Like, who's a professional with using massage oil? Bitch, I almost died. I almost fainted. So anyway, he basically packs that up because, he wants to make sure that he does whatever he does professionally with the massage oil when he gets over to the Ukraine. So, of course, we see him, his friend, he comes to pick him up and everything, and he didn't take any of his unicycles. I was surprised he didn't fold one of them bitches up and take them with him, but I guess, the TSA was like, nah, we ain't taking no unicycles unless you got your Ringling Brother and Barnum Bailey circus ID with you, bitch, okay? So they was just like, go get your ass on the plane. So his friend was telling him, you got a whole lot of red flags and everything as it relates to this relationship with this particular girl, and he was just like, I got to go out there, this is what I got to do. I've been dating her for a long time, and I believe that this time she's going to come. So we see him flying across the friendly skies. He gets to the Ukraine, and then he has the other lady that's waiting on him. Now, this is the woman that he originally was trying to date over 10 years ago, and she said that the reason why they both said that, they had tried to date one another, but when he came to visit her in Ukraine earlier, after being with him and seeing him coming walking, walking from customs, bitch, she's like, no, this ain't this, I ain't gonna be able to do this, bitch, I'm too shy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who is that? Thank you, Cheryl. Love you too, boo. Thank you for the super chat. So, he's like, okay, this bitch is what? So, of course, she's feeling sorry for him from the time he walks off of there. And she's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on with your girlfriend and everything? And he was like, she's on the train. She should be here in the morning. I'm going to go in and check in at the hotel and everything. I just need your ass to help me be, I need you to be my CNI dog while I'm here. And I need you to make sure that everything's taken care of. Let's go on over and get my rental car, bitch, so I can go to the hotel room and I can, warm my massage oil and I can do whatever I need to do over there until my girlfriend comes at 8 o'clock in the morning. So she was like, this mofo crazy. I just don't believe that she is legitimate and that she really believes that this girl is using him, which we all do, okay? Because I guess he believes that the fourth time is a charm. So he done brought his ass back over there again. And I just feel like this is going to be like another Caesar. You know what I'm saying? Like Caesar tried to meet, Maria. How many times? Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. He tried to meet her so many times. And so it's like, okay, she never showed up. So I don't know whether or not this is going to be the same incident with the two of them or whether she's going to show up. He said that the two of them have been talking about the K1 visa process and that they had already been, talking about that they had to do something while he was there to validate the relationship. Now, customs, immigration, K1, whoever it is, they want to have some kind of physical proof that the two of you all been together. So he said that she had agreed that they would get together and make sure that they take pictures. Bitch, all she gonna do is take pictures. She's not gonna probably, if she shows up. Now, if she shows up, they're not going to be taking pictures because they love one another. She going to be doing them little, pictures just to make it seem like the two of them have been together, because I really do believe that this girl is fake, okay? Or even she's going to be some woman who's undesirable and doesn't look like the woman that he's been chatting with for the last 10 years. We'll wait and see what happens with this mofo, but I truly believe that he's about to be gagged, all right? It's like a serious gag. The next couple that I want to talk about, you all, is Laura and Usman. I be there for you. Anytime I love you, I be there for you. Baby girl. I love you, baby girl. I leave that. I be there for you. I, what the? I'm so sick of hearing that damn song. I don't know what to do. Has anybody downloaded that bitch off of iTunes? Is it on iTunes? Is it on Spotify? Where can you find this stupid ass song? Okay. So basically, we see her at the hotel trying to look majestic. I don't know why, because I'm just like, tie your hair up, do something with your hair. Your hair look a hot ass mess. So basically, baby boy or baby love or whatever the hell they call one another is sitting in there just going to town on an omelet. She said, so what you doing? You eating breakfast? No, bitch, I'm eating. What? Yes, he's eating breakfast. It's early in the morning. You're sitting there with this white. I gotta calm down. So she's sitting there and he's eating breakfast. We can clearly see across the room she had a Coke and an empty plate there. Bitch, I don't know why you tried to act like you were not interested in breakfast or why you had not been eating it, but we saw the plate behind Usman's head. You had already eaten 4 steaks and 2 hash browns, bitch, 6, what is it, eggs, and grits. We had already saw that the damn plate was sitting over there on the side. Stop trying to act like girl, bye. So anyway, her old 57-year-old ass is, basically about to go out on the town with Usman because he wants to take her to meet the people in the industry that he works with. Okay, she has already said that she wants to take over his. She already wants to manage his career. But she's just so goddamn rude till she doesn't even need to manage her own career. She needs a publicist and some more. Like, really, this is a nasty. Like, we thought that Angela was nasty. This bitch is Angela plus 10 or times 10. She's a nasty, rude mother, and she has no right to be that way. This man is already, according to her, a celebrity. She says she's never been around a celebrity before in her life. And not only is she now around a celebrity, but she's actually dating one. Bitch, if you think that Soulja Boy, okay, Soulja Boy is a celebrity, all right then, bitch, I'm Betty Crocker. I mean, I'm Beyonce. I'm Gladys Knight. I'm Anita Baker. I'm Tamar Braxton. So he decides that he wants to take her to the studio where he recorded Baby Love Lisa. Oh, I love you. Okay. And so, she's like, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, boo. Did you hit me in 2 and 1? You better go ahead on, Miss Cheryl. Thank you, boo. So basically, he takes her to this little shop that's over top of a store. She's like, "Where you taking me, baby love? Baby love, where you taking me?" So he takes her into the studio. He says, "This is where I've been cooking. This is the kitchen. You know, when we recording like this, we call it a kitchen." And so, she's all flattered and all, celebrity struck. And, just really acting like this mofo is a serious celebrity to her. And so, she's awestruck with him. And I think that that's part of the fascination, is that she really believes that she's dating a celebrity, bitch. Like, she's really seriously dating Justin Bieber. So she walks in there, she's like, "Oh my God, this is where you laid the tracks down to my song and everything." So, we see his little homeboy come out the back and everything. It's like, "Oh, what's up, babe? What's up?" He was like, "Hey, babe, boom, D." So, so he was like, "Hold up for a second. Let me finish with baby love." So, Lisa, baby, okay, or baby Lisa, what the hell? And so, she's out there. So, the dude come out. He was like, "Hold on for 1 second." So, dude went in the back and everything, sat on this little red cushiony couch. And so he was like, she was like, "Who is that?" And he was like, "That's the one that did the video." You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Oh, the idiot." So now remember, Angela, when she was over there in Nairobi, okay, in Lagos, she would call them the goofballs, okay, or whatever it was that she would call them, something like that. And now she's walking around calling people idiots. How dare you think that you are above somebody, okay, just because they got the crap in the cup? Okay, just because they shower, you know what I'm saying, got one little drain hole look big as a straw, bitch. How dare you to think that you above somebody? All right, when there's three mofos sleeping in one bedroom and one of the bitches is sleeping on the baby mattress. How dare you think that you above somebody? But all right. So then, he basically, was like, "No, no, baby love, you can't act like that. This man put this together." So he go back there with him and everything. So he was like, "Hey, what's up, baby?" He was like, "Yeah, what's up?" He was like, "Yeah, this is, the song that you did the video for." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "This her right here, did Lisa." His friend said, his friend was like, "That's Lisa?" Damn. So of course, he tried to, keep it real cool, trying to keep his face straight and everything. He was like, "Yeah, this is her." And he was like, "Lisa, this is, Bobby." He basically, put the video together, and she was like, "Oh, okay, good to meet you." And he was like, "Oh, okay, I don't want to take credit for that bullshit. I don't want no credit for that bull." I had to go back and edit it. The video is basically some trash. And so I don't want to have I don't want to have to do with that. Don't even run my name on the credits at the premiere party. Your album premiere. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. He was like, "This bitches in here causing all kinds of trouble." But you know what? Tell I said that she the queen of all queens, okay? Because the bitch starting all kinds of trouble. So, Oscar was like, "Hey." He said, "Baby, you the queen of all queens." She's standing up there all dumb. Yeah. They playing games on her ass. Dude was laughing and everything because they already know that this is a whole complete and total joke. Like, this is a joke. And they thinking, okay, he got some American woman that he gagging, basically because he a Yahoo boy allegedly. And so, they expected him to come in there with something that at least look half decent. But when she come up in there, she's a shock and an offense to everybody up in Lagos. So, of course, they leave out and everything. She's like, "Okay, I want a celebrity badge." I ain't like she's a straight groupie. So of course, at the end of the night, he basically has already told all of his homeboys that she's extremely jealous. He's been talking about her like a dog behind her damn back, and she ain't even none the wiser about it. She thinks she's meeting these people, but basically he making a clown damn fool out of her ass. And so, he wants her to go and meet his other friend, but he didn't already told him, basically dude was like, yeah, Asmin soldier boy already told me she jealous. She caused a lot of problems. She tells somebody to take, a woman, a perfectly good model, out of a damn video shoot. Who the fuck does that, soldier boy? You know what I'm saying? Because his name was So Joe's. His name was So Show, or Show Joe, or Joe Show, Joe Schmo. The fuck is going? I mean, they can't get no more creative with their names. Well, all of them just melded. Bet. Okay, so I said, bitch, what the hell is going on? What's really going on? So he goes outside, they're at the outside bistro and everything. They got the little bistro tables, and, he meet the little homeboy. All of them got their little white and their little caps on, looking all so fresh and so clean. And so he introduces her, and he tells him, you remember this song that I wrote? Because this was the dude that, basically was, doing the music, laying the music down and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, he said, you remember the song that I'll be there for you. Anytime that to air for you, I'm just to be air for you. So the dude was like, yeah, I'm there for you. He said, this is Lisa. This is the one that I was writing about. So the dude was like, she fucked your video up. This the bitch that fucked the video up? This the one that didn't want the model in the video. You took the model out with your dumb ass, and now your video and your song ain't gonna sell. And you already told me that she jealous of the female fans, when the female fans, according to me, can be helpful. They help, a mofo out and everything. And so he's like, well, I mean, come on, I need y'all to help me out. He's basically trying to introduce her to everybody because, he wants to, I don't know what the fuck he wants. I'm trying to figure out what it is the hell that he want out of this situation. I don't see no good coming out of introducing the bitch. Just say it's your grandmama. Your grandmama, adopted grandmama, from the damn charity. That charity where they tell you, a cup of, that if you donate, it's like worth a cup of coffee a damn day. You know what I'm saying? $5 a day, bitch. You can feed a whole damn village, or you can adopt a damn kid. Just say that she's one of the sponsors from from one of them type of things. I the hell am I gonna be walking her ass around here? So basically, dude was like, are you trying to fuck up his career? Why would you have him take the girl out the video? Are you trying to say that Americans make romantic love, romantic songs or love songs, and they don't have a female interest in the video? She gonna sit up there and lie and say, yeah, bitch, which one? Which one? We'll be talking about my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Like, we have songs that are just real stupid and dumb. And it be females all through there popping their asses. And you mean to tell me that you want to sit out there and you really think they stupid? So dude was like, you know what, fuck her. You trying to ruin his career. You know what? Just shut the fuck up. You just shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to her. You know what? I'm getting ready to leave. He like, come on, baby, calm down. No, seriously, seriously. You see me faking like I'm about to leave. Bitch, just leave. Anybody that's serious about leaving, they just get the hell up and leave. You understand what I'm saying? I can't with this woman. So, of course, they going back and forth. And, she's trying to, act like, she's so wonderful and grand. And she's all the time, he's embarrassed in front of his colleagues. He tries to get her to act all right. Dude said, you know what? She ain't got nowhere, got to go nowhere. I'm out. You have a safe trip back to America, bitch. And so, Lisa is sitting there and has emasculated her man in front of his colleagues. He says that, when a woman is aggressive like that and a man can't really control his woman or has a woman who honors him, respects him, and makes him still appear to be a man in front of his colleagues, he said it's an embarrassment when a woman acts like she does. And that is very hard to maintain the respect of your comrades. Like you can't act like that. And he told the guy, basically she has a problem with being jealous, and he's going to have a problem. He told the dude, he said, I want you to come to, my album release, my song release party. And if you don't come, that's going to be an issue between the two of us. And, but she's such a biatch that she doesn't understand the business. Neither does she understand men. Because, see, that's why she ain't had one. And then, when we first were introduced to her, she was talking about how she was in this abusive relationship. And, she had to get out of it. But to me, you appear to be the one who is doing the abusing. And you are degrading this man and just challenging his masculinity to the point where when his friend was leaving, you still wanted to walk your ass away. And this was the second time she had done that. And so now us men, you know what I'm saying, is making a decision to bring her to his party. He's concerned about her and how she's going to act around the female fans. She can't even act like a decent human being around his friends when she's not even around a crowd. Now, I don't know if she's doing this to play for the cameras. I don't think that she is. I think she's just an ignorant ass person. I just think that she is her self-esteem is so, like, she's absolutely disgusting to me. The next couple that I want to talk about is Ashley and Ash. Ashley's ass had, when we saw Ashley go over there, y'all, so many damn couples. Ashley, when we saw Ashley go over there, Ashley had, faked out to the cameras and everybody that she wasn't gonna sleep with Ash. If that ass ain't wake up in the morning with her little nightie on, kissing all up on this man and dick whipped, okay? He dick whipped her. But she boinged his eyes out, okay? She fucked his eyes to control and the normalcy of his eyes out. Like, they really did a job on one another. Now, they got up in the morning and everything. And this mofo, eyes is like that. And I said, God damn, was the eyes like that? Now, I know his jeans was tighter than the motherfucker, okay? But bitch, was his eyes stretched out like that? I can't with this couple. So, they up in the morning and, they're cooking breakfast and everything. And she's concerned about, meeting his brother and not knowing whether or not the brother is going to like her and everything. And just talking about the differences between them. He doesn't drink or anything like that. And she drinks and has a liking to the cannabis, okay? And this is the things that, that he has been accepting of, but she knows that the brother isn't, okay? Now, Ash has already told us that his brother doesn't really trust her because the bitches broke up like 3 or 4 times. And so, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go over here, And so when she was talking about the brother and all of that kind of stuff with Ash, he was saying all those things that, again, she says he's always, has the perfect comeback, okay, for whatever she says. And so because of that, she questions everything about this mofo. But she didn't question him enough to make his eyes bug out like that, bitch, okay? So we see them go to a restaurant, to meet the brother, and she orders a dry martini with vodka in it, okay? And so he was like, I think I'm gonna have that too. So, the brother's sitting at the table, bitch. He already don't like her ass. He already knows that his brother doesn't drink. And so he decides to get a drink like her ass. And so he's sitting there, and the drink comes to the table. She guzzling the drink back. She took that bitch straight to the and so of course, he drinks it and says that it tastes good and everything. And so the brother's looking like, oh, for real? Oh, so you drinking, bitch? Since when you started drinking? So he, of course, he feels like, she is a bad influence on him. He's a grown ass man. Can't nobody embarrass him about that. And so, he starts to ask her the typical questions that everybody asks about her past relationships and about how her kids are going to make the adjustment and different things like that. And and Ash is sitting there in the middle. I said, what the was it just me? Now I don't know if he got thyroid disease or what he has, but bitch, them eyes is, was it just me? Like I just could not. I just was like, what did like what's the problem? But when the brother went in and started asking about the children and about them being long distance, she said, well, Ash, he and I had already talked about this. And he's made a decision. He said that it would be all right with his ex-wife if he decides that, he's going to come to America. And and so Ash was like, to the brother, because basically the brother was like, oh, really? You could see the brother kind of jerk like, oh, he said that? The brother's like, wait a minute, hold on. He said, so, Ash was like, well, I mean, we talked about it and everything, and then, we'll see, how that happens when, once we get to that, cross that bridge. The brother said, bitch, I guess you better keep on drinking. If you think that this is what's going to happen with that baby, you ain't told her the truth. You could tell by Ash's at his eyes and by the brother's reaction that this is a whole bunch of bullshit going on right here. The last couple that I want to talk about is that goddamn Ed and Rosemary. Now, y'all know that I had, an affection towards Ed. But Ed really fucked up this week with your auntie. And it's unfortunate because I had told Ed that he can get it. I've seen Ed on a couple of, little specials and everything, and I really had taken a liking to Ed. But you know what? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to fuck with Ed. So basically, we see Ed leaving the market because, of course, he was drenched down to his drawers, bitch. He could not get his breath together. Okay, he just was feeling like, his life was about to end. He had told her, stop snatching money out my damn wallet, although he had the wallet open like like a candy jar, bitch, for her to just go ahead on put her hand in and grab out whatever she wanted. Now a lot of people said that last week she was just trying to help the mofo out because he didn't know how to count the pesos, and that very well may be true. But as far as I'm concerned, bitch, don't go on my stuff and I won't go in yours. So of course, he decides that he has to leave, so she makes a decision to go ahead on the leave with him because at the end of the day she wants him to take care of Prince. And so, they're walking down the thing, and he said that, he had gotten so hot and everything that he snapped off on her ass. And so, in order to make up for that, he decides to stop by a nail shop and ask her whether or not she wants to get her nails done. She says, sure, whatever you want to do, I'm willing to do that. And so, they go into the nail shop and everything, and, he asks for a mani-pedi, and then, he decides that he wants to use this time to continue to interrogate her. Now, she's a bitch that's getting interrogated. He wants to continue to interrogate her about her past relationships because she has not disclosed this information with him. So, of course, he's sitting his ass on the chair. So, hold on. God damn it. So, you want to tell me about your relationship? You want to tell, you want to tell me about your relationships? I mean, so, do you have any boyfriends on Facebook? Bitch, if you don't sit your ass up and stop turning your tiny Tim ass neck around, bitch. Forgive me, God, because I don't know what I do. This bitch is sitting in a king's chair, looking like a straight up rat. Neck just completely, just circulation cut off like a mother. And you got the nerve to be asking me about my personal life? Bitch, how about what's going on with your neck? How about your hair? How about that sizzling mayo smell that I'm smelling out here in the damn wind? Bitch, I'm thinking that they down at the market cooking fried green tomatoes with mayonnaise on it, and bitch, the smell is going with me, and it's your stinky ass head sweating with the mayo running back down your neck. You get up all up in the nail shop, talking about some, yeah, I need that fan to keep blowing on my big fat hairy. So they in the damn chair and everything. She trying to get a pedicure. She trying to tell him, chill out, young. Won't you go ahead and chill out? Just relax. You uptight. We're not at the market anymore because your fat ass couldn't handle that. We here, so just go ahead and relax. He like, so you going to stay with me? You going to have my back? She was like, yeah, always. Yeah, always. So he was like, do you have any of your ex-boyfriends on Facebook? She was like, no, I don't. Ain't none of your boyfriend out of all your 4,000 subscribers or 4,000 friends on Facebook, you don't have no men on there. She said, no. He said, well, did you ever have a boyfriend or whatever? So she was like, I had a guy that I was chatting with on there, an old boyfriend, but I blocked his ass. So he was like, oh, so you did have somebody out there. She said, yeah, okay, I had somebody out there, bitch, but he not out there anymore because I blocked his ass, so I'm not talking to him. The only one I'm talking to is you. You the one that I want to come to America, and I want you to take care of Prince, bitch. He didn't have enough money. Now, he had a whole full neck, but he didn't have the money that you had. So I decided neck, money, neck, money, neck, money. You understand what I'm saying, bitch? And I chose money. So of course, she's sitting there, she trying to get him to relax. He's saying that he don't trust her now. He doesn't know whether or not, it was she misunderstood because there was a language barrier, or if the bitch just lied to him. But he said, he told her, I don't know anything about your past. She said, bitch, the past is the past, is the past, is the past. Ain't no need of me to talk about the past. I don't want to talk about that with you. But that wasn't good enough for him. So he takes her to a restaurant and orders her a little orange juice. I don't know if it was mimosa or what the hell it was. But the bitch ordered her some orange juice, okay? And it looked like some macaroni and cheese. So, she's thinking that she's still out on a nice little date. She wants him to be happy, okay? She says this continuously. I want him to be happy and I want this bitch to have a good time. And so, they sitting down and everything at the restaurant. So he was like, I want to ask you a question. I need you to do me a favor. So she was like, what? What's the favor? He said, wait a minute. I need you to do me a favor. What's that, Ed? Um, I, um, I don't know how to say it, but, I need you to take a test. She was like, oh, you trying to quiz me? He was like, no, not a quiz, but a test. Now, I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying, but, um, I want you to take a STD test. I want you chicken ass. 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 Bitch, get it out. She was like, thank you so much for the super chat. Who was that? Wait a minute, y'all. Oh, God. Oh, it bounced up. Hold on, baby love. Thank you, it's Danny D, for the super chat. So he's sitting up there. She's sitting up there like a STD test. Bitch, you know them producers told her what that was? It was so obvious she didn't understand. It was so obvious she did not understand what he was talking about. But bitch, when they told her, when she leaned over to the production, it was like, what's the STD? What is he saying? STD. He wants to know whether or not you have a venereal disease. She's like, I'm disappointed. Like I'm hurt, like my heart. Which she said in her confessional, bitch, when I found out what it was that he had asked me to do, my heart cracked. Like my heart, like it didn't break, bitch. It cracked. When I found out. But this asked me. She was like, so you don't trust me? He was like, no, I don't trust you. Because I've been asking you about your past boyfriends. And you ain't told me nothing. So, because I'm American and I feel like I'm privileged and I'm all that and I'm up here and you down there, I'm going to ask you to do something, bitch, that I ain't going to do my damn self. So she told him, you don't trust me and it hurts me. I'm disappointed, bitch, that you would ask me something like this when they just brought my macaroni and cheese and I got my orange juice sitting up here and, bitch, I can't drink it. But this mofo was serious. He said, we got to have trust in a relationship, and without trust, I can't go forward. And I've asked you multiple times about your boyfriend and you won't tell me anything about it. She said, I can't tell her myself that you pass the pass. He wants to know about the pass. What about the pass? Fuck the pass. Bitch, what the you keep asking me about the pass for? Every time I turn around, it's about the pass. My boyfriend did the Facebook. The boy, and the bitch started losing it. About the pass. She said, I take a test. You take one too. He said, oh, hell no. I ain't taking no test. I take one in America. He said, it's a blood test. They gonna take you, and find out. She said, he act like I'm a dirty woman. I'm a stank woman. I'm easy. I'm one of them easy women that just lay around with everybody. How in the hell is he go? He said that he would take a test, but he would take it in America. She said, that ain't fair. It ain't fair for me to take it first and then you let's take it at the same time, bitch. You want to get a test done? Let's do it at the same time. But no, he want that because see, he feels entitled. He feels like he's buying it. So he needs to make sure, okay, that when you put the batteries in a bitch that it works. This isn't a product that you're buying. She's a whole entire human being, Ed. But because you lack self-esteem, and I understand, because if my neck was like that, bitch, I would act like that too. If I was putting mayonnaise packs in my hair every day, walking around with Dukes and Miracle Whip and helmets on my head every day, I would act like that probably too. Maria, I got like this, y'all. Maria was like, you take one too. How about that, bitch? You take one, I take one. Take it at the same time. He was like, I don't trust you. She said, you don't trust me? He said, I don't trust you. This mofo gets up from the table. And Maria, like any woman, would like die. They was like, Maria, you okay? She was like, mm-mm, I'm hurting. And he was like, I'm hurting. I hurt. I hurt. My heart bled because I can't even imagine not having a civil. Now, I can see you having a civil conversation about it. A grown up woman to woman, man to man relationship. But when you use it and you get somebody an ultimatum about the relationship, and the whole relationship is based on me taking an STD, this should have been something that he talked about before he took his fat ass over there. And so this girl is crushed. He walks out of the restaurant and leaves her there to cry. She gets up from the table eventually and goes outside. And he's standing out there on the phone, young, like ain't nothing happened. And she was livid at that point. He said, you are. She said, I'm mad. Look, I'm mad. I'm pissed. I want to go home on my own. Don't want to talk to you no more. So mad, bitch. He said, well, I want you to take a test. I wanted you to tell me about the past. What did you want to know? Hold on, y'all. She said, what you want to know? What do you want to know? He said, I want to know about your relationship. I want to know who Prince's father is. You want to know who Prince's father is? You want to know who Prince's father is? Boo, that head was like an axis up on her ass. She was like, he would have never family. He would have never family. I dated him, fucked him, had a baby. We broke up. He gone on with another family. He married. He said, "But what about within the last 4 years? What happened in between that time?" She said, "I had 2 boyfriends. 2. You understand it? 1, 2. And I ain't dating them anymore. And I want to go home because I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. So I won't go home on my own. You don't understand me. She was pissed. But she didn't know how to say pissed. She was angry, hurt, disgusted. I how she stood there. Now, trust and believe me, that head was slinging all over the place, and she was a goner. Oh, she was done with his ass. She was looking every bit of like Carrie, bitch. Of the night of the prom, when they poured that stuff over Carrie's head, bitch, that's exactly who she was looking like. Okay? And if he had made the wrong move, I trust and believe me, I think she'd have back smacked the dog about him. But this mofo, y'all, this mofo. See, I'll get you a ride home. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get you a hotel room. It could be in the hotel where I'm at or another one. She said, I want you to give me a hotel room, bitch, and I'm gonna get in a hotel room and I'm gonna sign myself out in the morning. I'm gonna go home on my own. So he's sitting up there texting and everything. He got our hotel. He said, I got you a hotel a couple of blocks down. She says, all right. So they walk to the cab. She gets in the cab. He said, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. And he slams the door on her ass. I said, you mother. How dare you slam the door? What the fuck are you mad about? Because after she had told him about the little sorry little relationships she had, he gonna sit up there telling him, you could have been told me this. This is what I've been trying. Excuse me. This is what I've been trying to get out of you the whole time. You didn't ask the right questions. You didn't make her. You didn't make her feel comfortable. Okay, with sharing that information with you. Because the average woman doesn't have a problem with sharing that information. But when you degrade a woman and you treat a woman like that, now that ain't to say that she ain't trying to rob his ass. Because I probably, I wouldn't, because I don't have a heart to do that. So the next thing we know, he's walking down the street and now he's crying. And he said he just don't believe in love. And he walks his red bottom shoes ass away. And let me just say this. I didn't feel sorry for him because he belittled and degraded this woman in a restaurant and then got his ass up and walked away from the table. He never showed her compassion even when he was wrong. But he's going to feel like his money is what is going to end up drawing her back. And it probably will, because she lives in such poverty that this is for her is another way of life. He feels like she's going to come to America, pretend to love him, okay? And then he's going to finance her life and Prince's life, and then she's going to find her another man. She very well may do that. But let me tell you something. Even a woman who does care about you is not going to be able to take the verbal and emotional abuse that you dishing out, boo. I don't care if a woman loves your ass or not. You insecure. Every 5 minutes you asking me to validate you, okay, to boost your ego up. And now all of a sudden, when I get over to America, how much abuse have I dealt with at this point from you? How much have I allowed? See, because sometimes the thing that you fear the most will come upon you, and he fears that she doesn't love him, that she really does not care for him the way that he allegedly cares for her. But I don't even think that he's in love with her. I think that he wants to possess her. He has not been in a relationship for 28 years, and there's a reason why he has not been. There's a reason why he has not been. Again, y'all, this is the end and the conclusion of my review. If I was to rate this episode, I would absolutely rate this episode an 8. I thought that it had action here and there, and the action that it did have, I thought it was worth it. There are too many couples on this show, okay? Too many couples on this show. But guess what? We got through it. I don't know if we did it in less than an hour. I doubt very seriously that we did, because your auntie got to cut the hell out. Okay? Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who super chatted. Thank you so much to my moderators who keep the chat safe. And I really do appreciate you all. Love y'all to pieces, and be safe out here in them streets, y'all. Mwah. Good night.